Well, ladies and gentlemen. Now, this is a juicy story. This one right here is interesting because Amazon's good old Lord of the Rings of Power, the fucking show that started my channel way back when, this particular show is now apparently, this company, copyright striking YouTubers for reacting to the trailer of season 2. Now, again, ladies and gentlemen, this never happened during the first season. Ever. Okay, there was no copyright strikes ever, and the reason why Amazon is doing this now is because they're trying to get ahead of the damage control that is inevitably going to have to happen when season 2 of Rings of Power finally releases on Amazon Prime.
But you have not seen what I've seen.
I have seen my share.
I don't want to do this no more.
Now, again, all the damage control that you're going to do is not going to save this show. I want to make that very clear. You can do all the damage control you could possibly want. You can copyright claim people, try to take down videos and all that. All it's going to do is make you look worse the closer this show gets to release. People don't like this show. That is very much clear. Only 30% of people who started watching season 1 actually finished season 1. 70% of people said, I'm out. This is not worth it. This is garbage. I am out of here, and this is stupid. This is not anything that's related to Tolkien's work. This is not Lord of the Rings in the slightest. This is just an inspired by story. This is something where they take the names, and that's it. And they make up whatever the hell they want to make up at that point. Well, again, apparently, according to that Park Place, we have a headline that reads, Amazon copyright claims popular Lord of the Rings channel after negative reaction to San Diego Comic-Con trailer. So let's get into this article from that Park Place. But of course, before we do, if you are new here, just consider hitting that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it, and like the video to push us out into that YouTube algorithm. Multinational corporation. I'm glad they put it like that. Amazon has copyright claimed one of the more popular Lord of the Rings channels on YouTube after it reacted negatively to the company's Lord of the Rings of Power San Diego Comic-Con trailer. Jonathan Watson, who runs the One Ring YouTube channel, shared that the Amazon has hit his channel with a copyright claim for his video reacting to the Rings of Power Season 2 San Diego Comic-Con trailer. For clarity, the author of this article appeared in the One Rings reaction video. Watson wrote on X, gotta start cracking down on those videos you don't like, huh, Amazon? This is 18 days after it was first published. That's insane. So this company is going around and copyright people who, you know, it might not even be the same day. It's not like they have it auto-copyrighted on YouTube, because if they did, then the system would pick it up. It wouldn't pick it up 18 days later unless it was manually done, which I think this was. This was manually done. That's the only way it would happen that many days later. So somebody at Amazon is going through the multiple different trailer reactions, and they're copyright striking every single one of them because they don't like what they have to say. If it's a positive one, I guarantee you they didn't copyright it. I would bet money on that. But if it's a negative one, oh, no, we got to copyright this. We got to block this. We got to make sure we do everything we possibly can to silence this particular trailer reaction. Speaking to the Hollywood Reporter, Salki addressed negative reviews. We all saw it coming. There were no surprises. Having insight into our global audience, we also have insight into the darker sides of how people can manipulate reviews and have others' points of views that we wouldn't support. So again, you could blame the reviews all you want, but I find it amazing that you're only blaming reviews when they are negative, because there's been so many examples of fake bot 10 out of 10 reviews that you are never going to call out, right? Like, this company is never, ever going to call out the fake 10 out of 10s that they put onto Amazon's Rings of Power. They'll never say it, or they'll never talk about the fact that how they silenced reviews for the first few days until the show eventually came out, I think episode 3, and then they allowed reviews on Amazon Prime. So you couldn't even put a review for the TV show unless it was a glowing 10 out of 10. That's the only way they will let you review the show. Otherwise, you basically got your review deleted. I know I did. I tried to put a review and it got deleted immediately. So this is such fucking hypocrisy. Salki's comments to the Hollywood Reporter came in the wake of Amazon announcing that they have updated the review system on Prime Video to coincide with the release of the show's first episode. Variety reported that Amazon rolled out a new 72-hour delay for all user reviews posted to Prime Video. That's damn convenient. So you can't post a review until 72 hours after the episode first premieres. And I think that's amazing considering that it was actually longer than that. If you guys remember, it was longer than 72 hours. You couldn't post a review for almost a week. I couldn't post a review for a week, that I know, until eventually they let it through. But you couldn't post a damn thing. Listen, you could try your best to make it seem like people love your show, but the numbers don't lie, right? You can fake the reviews all you want. You can do everything you can to make it seem like you're the ones that are you're the ones that are doing good here, and we're just angry chuds, right? It's perfectly fine. You can do that. But the numbers don't lie. That's why the Nielsen rating is so important. That's why all these other third-party websites that track stuff like this, Samba TV and all that, it's very important. Variety's Adam B., Vary, and Jennifer Moss explain how it works. Each critique is then evaluated to determine whether it's genuine or forgery created by a bot, troll, or other breed of digital goblin. How would you do that? How would you do that? Because, again, I remember specifically, and I'm sure you guys remember too, that if you look through the reviews for Amazon Rings of Power and you look at the 1 out of 10s, the 2 out of 10s, 3 out of 10s, they're paragraphs long. They're not written by bots. They're written by very angry Tolkien fans that wanted to give your show a chance and found out that it's absolute fucking garbage. It's not like it's a 1 or 2 word review, right? It's not like he gave you a 1 out of 10 and said garbage, which again, there's no guarantee that that's a troll either. The fact that you're trying to say that negative reviews are trolls, I think that's hilarious because you're not doing it with the positive ones. Amazon's the kind of company that will delete a 1 out of 10 that's 5 paragraphs long, but they will keep a 1 word at 10 out of 10. That's the kind of company they are. So if the 10 out of 10 says amazing, they'll be like, well, that's definitely a genuine person. There's no way that's a bot. There's no way that's a shill. That's a genuine review. Let it through. And then with the 1 out of 10 that's 5 paragraphs long talking about all the inaccuracies in the lore and how terrible they represented the characters and the areas, all of a sudden that's a troll and that's a bot and it needs to be deleted. This is why these companies do stuff like this. It's to try their best to sway public perception into their favor. They pay a lot of money to do this, and it goes into the cost of the production now. They essentially try to get ahead of what they know is coming, and they know that by doing Lord of the Rings the way that they're doing it, they know the hatred is going to come their way. There's no doubt about it. You cannot insult Tolkien's work and get away with it. It's just not going to happen, no matter how hard you try. Furthermore, YouTuber Ryan Cannell observed that Amazon was not allowing reviews for the show to populate on Prime Video until after the show had been on the stream for over a week. That's what I experienced. See, that's what I said earlier. It took over a week for me to get my review out. He said 5 stars with 2 approved reviews for Rings of Power seems normal, right? Seems pretty normal with it being number 1 in the United States right now that it would have 2 5-star reviews. Now, of course, if we scroll down a little bit here, we can see it much more than just 2 5-star reviews. Right now, I think they're showing something like 44 reviews, which is still laughable. It's laughable because these are going all the way back to September 2nd and September 5th. There are thousands and thousands and thousands of reviews out there for this thing, but they're so carefully controlling and manipulating this to try and manage the backlash to try and do damage control. It's so fucking disingenuous, he asserted. And again, guys, it's been very clear since the beginning that this is going to be what they're going to do. So I already know that when Rings of Power Season 2 comes out, their diversity hires are going to be front and center. Because if you notice, Sophia Nomvet hasn't really been speaking very much. She's been awfully quiet. So has the Puerto Rican elf. They've been awfully quiet. But they're going to come out. There's only a matter of time. Let this show come out, and I promise you, you're going to start getting articles. You're going to start getting interviews of their DEI hires claiming racism and trying to essentially pretend to be marginalized for the greater good. So anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you did, consider leaving me a subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. Don't forget to like the video, comment, let me know what you thought, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Hypnotic out.